Welcome to College Algebra Math 110 here at Aiken Technical College for the summer of 2002. And in this session, we'll take a look at the course and how it relates to Blackboard and how it relates to XYZ. The first thing we'll do is we'll take a look at the tabs there on the left-hand side of Blackboard. And you'll notice that the very first tab that you come to is the Announcements tab. And for Blackboard, we're simply using Blackboard to house the materials for the course. None of the assignments and none of the grade book properties will actually show up in Blackboard. Okay, all of that stuff will be taken care of in XYZ. The first thing we'll take a look at is the Syllabus tab. And here is the syllabus for all of our Math 110 courses. And this is just the standard syllabus for all of our courses. This is Math 110. This is a credit level transfer course. It's 3 credit hours and there is no lab associated with this course. Here the course description. In this course we'll learn about polynomials, rational, logarithmic, and exponential functions. We'll also take a look at those inequalities of those functions. We'll also take a look at solving systems of equations and inequalities, matrices, and also determinants. We'll also solve higher order degree polynomials. The only required materials for this course, and this is an outdated syllabus, the materials for this course are simply an XYZ access code, which you can purchase at the bookstore or you can purchase online via XYZ, and also a graphing calculator. Here are the learning outcomes for the course. Here you can find the critical thinking definition as well as the critical thinking learning outcomes. You can also find the standard attendance policy, and the standard attendance policy states that you must attend at least 80% of the courses. For this online format, I would suggest you log into the course no less than once every week. There's a Students with Disabilities policy. There is an Academic Dishonesty policy. There's also an Academic Integrity pledge. There's also a place for you to sign and date the syllabus, but you don't physically sign and date and return this to me. By you registering for the course, you acknowledge all of the policies, procedures, and pledges contained in this document. So at your leisure, please take some time to review the syllabus. The very next tab is the Addendum tab. And for the Addendum tab, this is my information. I am your instructor, Mr. Diallo Cummings. My office is in room 752. Here you can find my office hours, which are Monday and Wednesday from 12:30 to 2. Also Tuesday from 10 to 1 o'clock. My office phone number is 803-508-7466. And as well as you can find my email address. Okay, once again, here the required materials are simply an XYZ access code and a graphing calculator. And the grading policy for the course, there are simply 4 categories: homework, quizzes, tests, and the final exam. The homework is open all semester long, and it's worth 20% of your final grade. When you are starting to have trouble, you should get some help as soon as possible from either myself or the Academic Success Center. I posted some information on the Academic Success Center and we will go through that shortly. Next we have the quizzes, and the quizzes are worth 25% of the final average. The quizzes act as study guides for the test, and I would encourage you to take the quiz before you take the test. The tests are worth 25% of the final grade, and notice in this course we have 6 module tests. All of the module tests, I believe they're set to be done on a Friday. However, if you don't take the test on or before the test date, there will be a 15% penalty. Lastly, the final exam is worth 30% of the final grade, and the final exam is due on or before July 27, 2022. All of the exams as well as the final exam are to be taken at home. This is an online course, so there is no meeting time or day. All of the all of the tests and all of the materials are found in XYZ. And lastly, we have a 10-point grading scale. Next, we'll take a look at the lecture notes section, and in this lecture notes section, you can find some lecture notes from the course, some PowerPoint documents. I have to warn you that these documents were taken from a previous textbook, so they're not listed out as modules, they're listed out as chapters, but feel free to use these as supplementary information for the course. Next, we'll take a look at the formula sheets. And here we have the formula sheets for the course, and the formula sheets can be used while doing anything in the course. If you're taking a quiz, a test, and they can also be used during the final exam. Next, we have a tutoring link, and here is some information on our tutoring services available. Also, we have on-campus hours as well as online hours. In order to sign up for the course at XYZ, on the main page, I've listed the course ID, which is 33047. And to register for the course, there is a 15-day free trial if you don't have your materials, your course materials quite yet. You can click on XYZ homework, right? You're going to need this course ID. That's going to be important. You can click on XYZ homework. You can register as a new student if you're not already a student. It'll start you out with the 15-day free trial. So you'll put in your personal information, you'll put in the course ID, and that should populate you into the course. Once you're into the course looks something like this. So notice that we're in XYZ, and notice we have some tabs on the left hand side of the course. So we have a messages tab if you want to send me messages. We also have a forums tab, and the forums aren't used in this course. I'll show you. We'll talk about the forums and the discussion board in just a second. There's also a calendar link. There's also a course map, and there's a grade book. Now, one thing about the grade book, you just want to take the grade book with a grain of salt. The only true representation of your grade is when you have completed all of the assignments. So if you haven't completed all of the assignments, just keep in mind that the grade book, the grade in the grade book is not an accurate grade. All right, so here's how we navigate through the course. All right, we have the 6 modules, and then we have the last module, which is the final exam. The way you should proceed through the course, I'm going to click on module 1. Notice that there is an ebook link, okay, in each module of the course if you choose to use the ebook. There are module lecture videos. So here we have a lecture video. And this lecture video, these are made by our department chair, and there is a lecture video for every section in every module. After that video, there is your homework. So I'm actually going to click on the homework. Okay, so notice in this module 1.1, we have a total of 9 questions. Most of the questions have an accompanying video that you can watch as well. So there's a lot of supplemental information in the course. So you should proceed to look at the lecture videos, do the homework, look at another lecture video for another section, do the homework. You should then, once all the homework is completed, you should then take the quiz, and then lastly take the test. Okay, you'll do that for modules 1 through 7. I'm going to go back to Blackboard for just a second. And I'm going to go back to our course. Now, we won't use the discussion board much in the course, but there is one thing I would want everyone to do. I would want you going to the discussion board, and I would want you to make an autobiography post. Okay, you want to make a post, and you also want to reply to 2 of your classmates. If you have any questions going forward, just please feel free to call or send an email. Thanks for watching.